Hello children, I hope you all are well and you have done first chapter question answers in your computer notebook. Now continue with our second chapter. Children, computer memory is divided into two parts, primary memory and secondary memory. First of all, we will discuss primary memory. It is also called working memory or main memory of computer. Here in your book it is written that there are two types of primary memory, volatile and non-volatile, that you have done in your previous classes as RAM and ROM. Maybe you know that the difference between RAM and ROM, but still let's refresh your memory little bit. When the computer power is turned off, the RAM or volatile memory is erased, while the ROM is non-volatile memory does not lose its contents. Now let's discuss RAM, that is random access memory. It consists memory chips. When we turn on the computer, certain operating system files are loaded in the RAM from hard disk. These files remain in RAM as long as the computer works. After that, these files are deleted. Processor can read the data and edit it also. When we save our data, it means we are copying files from RAM to hard disk. Okay, now we will analyze the program instructions transfer in and out of. Let us try to understand it step by step. In step 1, we start the computer and certain operating system files load into RAM from hard disk as shown in the figure. Then in step 2, when we run any application, instructions regarding that application loaded in the RAM. Then in step 3, when we want to open another application file like Paint, then along with the previous application, Paint's instructions also loaded in the RAM. After that, in step 4, when we close any application, it will be removed from the RAM as well. Now types of RAM. RAM can be divided into three types: dynamic, static and magneto-resistive. Dynamic RAM or DRAM is inexpensive and most common. A record of DRAM is given in front of you. You can read carefully and compare them. Next is static RAM or SRAM. It is efficient and fast. It works like cache memory that we will discuss later on in this session. Next is magneto-resistive RAM, MRAM. It is a new RAM introduced. It is believed that it has greater storage, consumes less power and fast access. It can also retain data after switching off the computer, which will be helpful for the user. Now we will discuss memory module. You can see in the figure that it is a circuit board on which memory chips are attached. There are two types of memory modules, SIMs and DIMMs. Single inline memory module. In this module, pins are opposite direction connected together to form a connection. While in dual inline memory module, the pins are on the opposite direction, do not connect. Thus, two sets of contacts created. Let's discuss the requirement of RAM. The capacity of RAM determines the amount of programs stored and affects the speed of processor. More the RAM, faster the computer speed. Furthermore, come to ROM. As the name precise, ROM means read-only memory. We can read the data once stored in it. It is another name of non-volatile memory. ROM contains BIOS, that is basic input-output system. BIOS is actually a sequence of instructions the computer follows to load operating system. ROM also used in printers to store the different fonts. When manufacturers record data chips, they are known as firmware. When we have blank ROM, then we can program once. It will be programmable read-only memory or PROM. Next is EPROM. Is another type of ROM in which contents can be erased by ultraviolet light and reprogrammed. Last one is EEPROM, electrically erasable, programmable, read-only memory. In those, code can be erased by electrically. Let's embark upon cache memory. It is temporary memory of computer or secondary memory, which is used to enhance the speed of computer. It can be loaded directly on processor chips. There are three layers of cache memory: L1, L2, L3. Its working shown in the figure. Our next topic is secondary memory. It is non-volatile memory. It stores data permanently. It is also known as backup memory. Hard disk is the best example of secondary memory. Okay children, that's all. Our chapter completed today. Read the chapter carefully and try to solve the back exercise. I hope you are enjoying e-learning. Goodbye.